Hi everyone, welcome to Moon Garden. My name is Abigail and today I'm going to take you on a tour of the Cranberry Cottage cafe, tea room, and shop. This tea room and boutique is in a converted church slash house. The setup is very unique, but it definitely works and adds to the charm of the whole experience. It was a busy day in the tea room, and I did not want to invade anyone's privacy, so there are a lot of low angle shots as well as pictures, and I hope that you gather how quaint and charming this place is. On this day, I came alone because I was looking for a boutique to visit that had antiques and tea. And so I had never even been here before, didn't know it existed. And ideally, I imagine you would have the best experience with a close friend, family member. But if you're an introvert like me, it's completely fine to come alone. Each table has its own vibe, its own setting, its own type of china used, down to the salt and pepper shakers. So it's quite a curated and unique experience. In my memory, it was around 2011 or so where this very strong granny vibe rose to fashion. And I think with the pandemic or just the feeling of pulling back from life and drawing into more quaint, cottagey like decorations and lifestyle, I think it's all had a resurgence. So this place definitely encapsulated a lot of that cottage look, and it lived up to its name. Having lived in England for 6 years and then moving back to my hometown area in Indiana, I really truly missed all of the tea culture and just the coziness that I used to have at the tips of my fingertips for so long. So it was like coming home for me. And then when I did come to the boutique, it was just an overwhelming array of china. I heard a child come into the boutique with his mother or guardian and basically was like, wow, there's so much glass. And then I agreed silently to myself. But it's a perfect opportunity to recreate that charming cottage look in your own home at an affordable price. So while I waited on my table, I just took everything in for about an hour. I allowed myself to just look and absorb and just gain all sorts of inspiration. And of course, I did buy a few things, so as you can see there, a small glimpse. The boutique is in the converted sanctuary. It's completely closed off from the tea room, so it's like its own universe. And you can shop, and then while you're having your tea or eating, they'll package up the items that you purchase so you can relax. When you're ready to pay, you can just pay for it all at one time, which I found so convenient. When my table was ready and I looked at the menu, I was pleasantly surprised that there was food that could be accommodated to me. As this is a classic room and I live a plant-based and gluten-free lifestyle, I didn't really expect to be able to have much of anything at all except for tea, but I had the most refreshing salad with fruit like mandarin oranges and strawberries, and it really just was uplifting for me after a long day of shopping. So I hope you enjoy that tour. I also wanted to show you some books I got from Selina Lake. She does a lot of designs for Country Living magazine in the UK, and I think that her style completely is another angle on that granny chic cottage core look. And some of her books are published maybe even 11 years ago or so, kind of that time I was referring to where that granny style came to fashion. So I just felt like these books were a second chance to relive my moment at the tea room and give me more inspiration to cultivate that lifestyle at home. you don't have to implement everything and do the maximal look, but even the most minimal styles add charm. So then next, I was having a moment of synchronicity. This Biscuits and Scone book was featured in the Cottage, but it wasn't for sale. So I picked it up at Half Price Books. And then I went to another used bookstore and got a companion book by the same author. Her name is Elizabeth Alston. She is Scottish and she wrote a lot of cookbooks in the 90s. So I'm gradually making her a place on my bookshelf. So again, just another aspect of creating that cottage and charming, homey feel. So I am excited to add more of that to my everyday. Thank you so much for spending time with me on my cottage adventure. Really hope that something inspired you, and if so, let me know in the comments below. One last thing, please do let me know if you recommend any tea rooms. They can be international. I love traveling, as well as books you recommend on decorating and also cookbooks. I am always on the search for more. All right, that's all. Take care for now.